Since the robot arrived, we've had tremendous interest. People are interested in what is really the cutting edge of humanoid robotics, bipedal robotics. Of course, the NASA angle adds an additional interest to it because there's this futuristic vision about this platform being at least a prototype of the system that will finally fly to the Red Planet. In addition to that, it turns out that the technology that we're developing for the balance control and walk of Valkyrie is something very, very relevant and can be used for an exoskeleton, which is effectively a wearable robot that a person can strap onto his body, and it can apply forces to the various parts of the body where it's attached to, and it can be used for augmenting human capabilities as well as dealing with rehabilitation and disabilities. I've been on a couple of really high-pressure live shows on national television. I was invited to BBC Breakfast show where I was asked to talk about cutting-edge robotics with Valkyrie as well as prosthetics. We went to the BBC live lesson for the launch of the Microbit with Dan Walker and animatronics of Scissor Sisters in an effort to try and encourage kids to get into STEM subjects, coding, and eventually, potentially, become programmers of the next generation working on platforms like Valkyrie. We've been approached by various print and magazine media and BBC, STV, so we hosted a number of those visits. Interestingly, we've hosted Dara O'Brien. So Dara O'Brien is a presenter on Robot Wars, on which I am one of the judges. Dara was presenting the new series of BBC Stargazing Live with Professor Brian Cox. One of the things they were investigating were technologies that is relevant to space travel, astronomy.
Valkyrie is the astronaut of the future. The next great landmark in space exploration is putting a human on Mars. But before we walk on Mars, she walks on Mars.
It's a lot of stress for people working on the project. When you have real hardware, it's always an interesting struggle. So we've had a lot of stress, including when BBC were covering this and we had a Facebook Live on BBC's site. We were responding to live questions on the fly.
One of our viewers, hi Julia, wants to know why base a robot on a human body? Why human shape?
Every time media comes in, you turn on the hardware, you do a lot of repeats, sometimes the hardware breaks.
She appears to be dancing over there and she's still very stable, so there's obviously a lot of work gone into that.
Because it's a complicated piece of hardware, there's a chance that things go wrong. What I'm going to do now is to do the exciting part of trying to do something like Houston to space station or ISS. We're going to actually get a robot moving halfway across town by commands that we're going to send from here. Hopefully things will go without hitch. That can create lots of stress for people trying to run the demo. Having said that, it's a unique opportunity to inspire young students into STEM subjects, get them excited about coding. So rather than just telling them, here's how you write a Python program or a C program, show something in action.
It's the same kind of technology that has been developed so that the robot could be operated from the other side of the solar system.
This interest is not going to go away. Although humanoid robotics is a very niche area, although space travel is something that many of us may not directly relate it to, the kind of technology that comes out of working in this kind of domain affects everything from machine learning and other aspects of robot control to exoskeletons, healthcare. So this robot that is designed for exploration of space is actually supporting the aim of improving quality of life on Earth. And that is a very interesting cause that's very close to many of our hearts.